Welcome students. Welcome to Sri Ramakrishna Institute of Science and Technology. During this coronavirus pandemic, Sri Ramakrishna Institute of Science and Technology presents Physics Virtual Lab. Our first experiment of Physics Lab is determination of the volume of a given hollow cylinder using slide calipers. First of all, let us discuss what is the aim of this experiment. In this experiment, we will use slide calipers or a vernier calipers to determine the volume of a given hollow cylinder by measuring its length, outer diameter and inner diameter. Before starting the experiment, first I will describe what is a slide calipers or a vernier calipers. Vernier calipers or slide calipers is an instrument which is commonly used in physics laboratories to measure small lengths such as diameter of a sphere, length of a cylinder, the outer diameter and the inner diameter of a cylinder, etc. accurately, which could not have been possible by using a meter scale. A slide calipers or a vernier calipers consists of a long rectangular metal strip. This long rectangular metal strip has a fixed jaw at its one end. The metal strip has graduations on it. It is graduated in inches in its upper edge and in centimeters in its lower edge. This is known as the main scale of the vernier calipers or slide calipers. There is a movable rectangular metal strip. This movable rectangular metal strip has also graduations on it. The graduations on the movable rectangular metal strip has a special relation with the graduations found on the main scale. This movable rectangular metal strip is known as the vernier scale. This vernier scale can slide over the long rectangular metal strip. This movable rectangular metal strip has a jaw similar to that of the main scale. These jaws together are used to hold objects like sphere, cylinder, etc. firmly while measuring their lengths, diameters, etc. These jaws are known as the external jaws or the lower jaws. These jaws are extended to the other side and are known as the upper jaws or the internal jaws. These jaws are generally used to measure the internal diameter of a hollow cylinder. So, the main parts of a vernier calipers or slide calipers are as follows. The main scale, it is graduated both in centimeters and in inches. Vernier scale. It is graduated with a special relation to that of the main scale. The external jaws or the lower jaws, the internal jaws or the upper jaws, and a button connected with a screw. By using this button, we can slide the vernier scale over the main scale of the vernier calipers or slide calipers. Now we will discuss about the principle of a slide calipers or a vernier calipers. Remember, this instrument works on a simple principle known as the vernier principle. To discuss about the principle of a vernier calipers or slide calipers, first we need to determine the vernier constant or least count of the given slide calipers or vernier calipers. First, we will close the two external jaws of the slide calipers or vernier calipers by using that button. When two external jaws of the given vernier calipers are closed, you will see that 0 of the main scale coincides with the 0 of the vernier scale. This means that when the two external jaws of the vernier calipers are closed, you will find that 10 divisions of the vernier scale are exactly equal to 9 divisions of the main scale. That is, n divisions of the vernier scale are equal to n minus 1 divisions of the main scale. The principle of a vernier is to make n vernier scale divisions or VSD equal to n minus 1 main scale divisions or MSD. Thus, n vernier scale divisions equal to n minus 1 main scale divisions. Here, capital N represents number of divisions. You know that there are 10 divisions on a vernier scale. Therefore, we can write 10 vernier scale divisions equal to 9 main scale divisions. Hence, 1 vernier scale division is equal to 9 by 10 main scale division, that is 0.9 main scale division. See the figure very carefully. You will find that in between 0 and 1 of the main scale, there are 10 divisions. We know that the main scale of a vernier calipers is graduated in centimeters in its lower edge. Therefore, one main scale division should be exactly equal to 1 by 10 centimeters, that is, one main scale division is equal to 1 millimeter. Let us now consider our previous calculation. We found that one vernier scale division is equal to 0.9 main scale divisions. Now we know that one main scale division or MSD is equal to 1 millimeter. Hence, one vernier scale division or VSD should be exactly equal to 0.9 millimeters. Now we will define what is vernier constant or least count of a vernier calipers? Remember, the smallest division that can be measured by the use of a vernier scale along with the main scale is known as the vernier constant or least count of the vernier calipers. Now, if we want to find out the value of vernier constant or least count, we need to find out the difference between one main scale division or MSD and one vernier scale division or VSD. This difference between one main scale division and one vernier scale division will be the vernier constant or least count of the vernier calipers. Therefore, vernier constant or least count is equal to 1 MSD minus 1 VSD. We know that one main scale division is equal to 1 millimeter and one vernier scale division is equal to 0.9 millimeter. So, vernier constant or least count is equal to 1 minus 0.9 millimeters, that is, it is equal to 0.1 millimeter. Now, if you divide 0.1 by 10, then the vernier constant or least count will become 0.01 centimeters. Zero error. While calculating the vernier constant or least count, it was found that when the two external jaws of the vernier calipers were closed, zero of the main scale exactly coincided with the zero of the vernier scale. But there will be some situations when you will find that the zero of the main scale is not coinciding with the zero of the vernier scale, though the external jaws of the vernier calipers are closed. In those situations, you will have zero error. Remember, we can classify zero error into two categories. One, positive zero error, two, negative zero error. Remember, zero error occurs in the instrument due to excessive wear and tear and also due to the manufacturing defect. In those situations, zero of the vernier scale does not coincide with zero of the main scale. It is either right or left of the zero of the main scale. First, we will consider zero of the vernier scale is right of the zero of the main scale. Here, though the two external jaws of the vernier calipers are closed, still it is measuring some extra length. That is, the vernier calipers is providing some extra reading. So we need to subtract this extra reading from the total reading when we will use the vernier calipers. Remember, when zero of the vernier scale is right of the zero of the main scale, the zero error will be taken as positive and the zero correction will be negative. Now, zero error can be calculated from the following equation, where zero error is equal to main scale reading plus vernier constant into vernier coincidence. Now, we need to know what is vernier coincidence. Since 0 of the vernier scale is not coinciding with 0 of the main scale, hence you will find that any of the divisions of the vernier scale will exactly coincide with any of the divisions of the main scale. We need to find out which division of the vernier scale is exactly coinciding with any of the division of the main scale. You need not to consider with which division of the main scale that vernier division is coinciding. You need to only consider which division of the vernier scale apart from 0 is exactly coinciding with any of the divisions of the main scale. From this figure, we find that main scale reading is 0. We know that vernier constant is 0.01 centimeter, and here the fifth division of the vernier scale is coinciding with one division of the main scale. Hence, the vernier coincidence for this particular diagram is equal to 5. Now, if we substitute all these values in the equation of zero error, then we will find that zero error is equal to 0 plus 0.01 into 5, which is equal to plus 0.05 centimeter. So, zero error is equal to positive 0.05 centimeter. So, we need to subtract this extra reading from the total reading. Hence, zero correction for this particular case is equal to negative of 0.05 centimeter. Now, we will consider a situation where 0 of the vernier scale is left of the 0 of the main scale when the two external jaws of the vernier calipers are closed. In this situation, the instrument is measuring a certain less amount of reading than the original one. So, we need to add this amount of less reading with the total reading to get the actual reading. So, remember, when 0 of the vernier scale is left of the 0 of the main scale, the zero error will be negative and the corresponding zero correction is positive. Now, when the zero error is negative, the calculation is slightly different with respect to the calculation we have done when we calculated the positive zero error. Here again, we will find out which division of the vernier scale is coinciding with any of the divisions of the main scale. From the figure, you can see that the sixth division of the vernier scale is exactly coinciding with any of the division of the main scale. So, for this particular diagram, the vernier coincidence is equal to 6. Now, we will calculate the number of divisions for zero error. The number of divisions for zero error can be calculated by subtracting this vernier coincidence from the total number of vernier divisions. So, number of divisions for zero error is equal to total vernier divisions minus vernier coincidence. We know that there are 10 divisions on the vernier scale, and from this figure the vernier coincidence is equal to 6. Therefore, number of divisions for zero error is equal to 10 minus 6, which is equal to 4. Therefore, zero error is equal to negative of number of divisions for zero error multiplied by vernier constant. We know that number of divisions for zero error is 4 and the vernier constant is 0.01 centimeter. Hence, the zero error becomes negative of 4 into 0.01, that is, zero error is equal to negative of 0.04 centimeter. Therefore, the zero correction is equal to positive of 0.04 centimeter. So, we need to add 0.04 centimeter with the total reading to get the actual reading when we will use the vernier calipers. Now, we will determine the volume of the given hollow cylinder by using the vernier calipers or slide calipers. To do so, we need to follow few steps. First, we will measure the length of the cylinder. Then, we will measure its outer diameter, and finally, we will measure the inner diameter of the hollow cylinder. So first of all, let us find out how we will measure the length of the given hollow cylinder. To measure the length of the cylinder, we should place the cylinder horizontally between the two external jaws of the vernier calipers. Remember, the two jaws are pressed firmly so that the cylinder is placed tightly between the two external jaws of the vernier calipers. Now, we will concentrate on the reading, and the reading can be obtained by the combination of main scale and the vernier scale. Now, if you follow the diagram corresponding to reading, then you will find that 0 of the vernier scale is not coinciding with any division of the main scale. According to the diagram, 0 of the vernier scale is right of the 4 centimeter mark on the main scale. Therefore, the main scale reading given as M is equal to 4 centimeter. Now, we will find out which division of the vernier scale is exactly coinciding with any of the divisions of the main scale. From the figure, you will find that third division of the vernier scale is coinciding with one division of the main scale. Therefore, vernier scale reading, which is denoted by small n, is equal to 3. So, the total reading is equal to main scale reading plus vernier scale reading into vernier constant. Here, main scale reading is 4 centimeter, vernier scale reading is 3, and the vernier constant is 0.01 centimeter. Therefore, total reading is equal to 4 plus 3 into 0.01, that is, total reading is equal to 4.03 centimeters. Next, we will measure the outer diameter of the hollow cylinder. To measure the outer diameter of the hollow cylinder, the cylinder is placed vertically between the two external jaws of the vernier calipers or slide calipers. Remember, the two jaws are again pressed firmly so that the cylinder is placed very tightly between the two external jaws. Now let us consider the reading part. From the figure, you will find that again the zero of the vernier scale is not coinciding with any of the main scale division. According to the figure, zero of the vernier scale is right of the 3.2 centimeter mark on the main scale. Therefore, main scale reading for this part is equal to 3.2 centimeter. Now, we will find out which division of the vernier scale is exactly coinciding with any of the divisions of the main scale. From the figure, you will find that sixth division of the vernier scale is exactly coinciding with one division of the main scale. Therefore, vernier scale reading is equal to 6. Hence, total reading is equal to again main scale reading plus vernier scale reading multiplied by vernier constant. Therefore, total reading is equal to 3.2 plus 6 into 0.01 centimeters. Therefore, total reading is equal to 3.26 centimeters. Finally, we will measure the inner diameter of the hollow cylinder. To measure the inner diameter of the hollow cylinder, the internal jaws are pressed firmly against the inner walls of the given hollow cylinder as shown in the figure. Let us now consider the reading. From the figure, you will again find out that the zero of the vernier scale is not coinciding with any division of the main scale. From the figure, it has been found that the zero of the vernier scale is right of the 1.7 centimeter mark on the main scale. Therefore, the main scale reading for the inner diameter part is equal to 1.7 centimeters. Now, we will again find out which division of the vernier scale is exactly coinciding with any of the divisions of the main scale. From the figure, we find that first division of the vernier scale is exactly coinciding with one mark of the main scale. Therefore, vernier scale reading is equal to 1. Hence, total reading is equal to main scale reading plus vernier scale reading multiplied by vernier constant. So in this case, total reading is equal to 1.7 plus 1 into 0.01 centimeters. Therefore, total reading is equal to 1.71 centimeters. Now, the final calculation to determine the volume of the given hollow cylinders. From our previous measurements, we found that the length of the cylinder denoted by capital L is equal to 4.03 centimeters. outer diameter of the cylinder denoted by capital D2 is equal to 3.26 centimeters and the inner diameter of the cylinder denoted by capital D1 is equal to 1.71 centimeters. Therefore, the volume of the hollow cylinder is given by the equation capital V is equal to pi by 4 into outer diameter square minus inner diameter square whole multiplied by length. If we substitute the values in the given equation, we obtain pi, that is 3.14 divided by 4 multiplied by 3.26 whole square minus 1.71 whole square whole multiplied by 4.03. So finally, the volume of the hollow cylinder comes out to be 24.37 centimeters cube. This concludes our first virtual physics lab presented by Sri Ramakrishna Institute of Science and Technology. Thank you.